Alright, we're back. Okay, now this here, we got a few things we got to deal with. So, one is we got to make sure the seal inside of here is actually good. This one feels like it's still doing its job. If you want to replace the O-ring that's in here, you're going to have to pull this kicker gear off to get to it. So, and then if you pull the kicker gear, you have better access to get in here also, which is a plus. Now, when you pull this off, there's a certain amount of tension you got to have with your spring right here, and that's dictated by where all this stuff here sits. So here's your kicker spring. So it goes in there like that. You go around, and then you have a certain amount of wind up on it. So right now it goes like this. Now when this goes on a tranny, this has to rotate all around until this is over here. It actually hits over here on this bumper right here in the corner. So this goes like this. So when you're looking at it, it's going to sit like this, but on this other side when you pop it in there. So right now we have about a half a turn of wind up, because it's going to sit over here. We're not quite full half turn, but about 3/8 of a turn is how much wind up we have on this. So that's how much wind up is on the spring right now. Now if you want to put more wind up on it, you can. It's up to you. On the old gear shafts, they only had one notch on them where the bullet went through. These ones have notches all the way full round, so you can put this thing anywhere you want in a circle. It's not really true because you can't wind up the spring that much. This does weaken the shaft though. They will twist off right here with a big motor. So like everything you do, there's trade-offs. So this one here, I'm not going to change the location of the spring. It's good where it is, I think. So all I got to do is remember where it goes. So the easiest way to do that is just to mark it. So if you put this thing straight up and down like this, you mark the shaft right here, you know where it is. You mark the cover too if you want, so you know exactly where it is. Boom. Sits right there. And we know that sticks out. It's going to be a quarter turn off, so it's even going to be here, it's going to be here or here, so it's not like it has to be perfect. At least we know where we're at. Right, to get this off, we've got to take the lock off. To do that, we need a smaller chisel to get up in there. We're going to need a flat punch to back it down flat. Yeah, throat. Okay, so you come in here just like we did before. You got to get the thing spread out, but not cut off. So you can see how I got it spread out. And now we're just going to knock it down. You don't have to go all the way down flat, just enough the socket will get under. Now you can also just put the socket on there and beat on the socket if you want. Or you come in here with a small chisel and just knock it down a little bit right here. Or not chisel, punch. Boom, boom, boom. So we'll go ahead and knock this one down with a punch a little bit. So you just go like that. That's all you do. Now I only went about halfway down. Let's see, this is the 7/8 socket. Oh, must be the 15/16. There it is. Oh, that is 7/8. See how the socket's at an angle right now? If you get over here, you can see how it's laying over at an angle because it's not all the way down. So you can go like that and just tap it lightly and it'll drop it down. Just go like this and sit flat. I don't have to go all the way down because I still want to be able to get that lock tab back up. But you go about that far. Get my airline out of the way there. Just go ahead and take this off, see how tight this is. Not very. Didn't even feel a drag on it at all. Okay, that comes up. Lock and tab and gear all comes up as a unit. It slides on and off. Now between the bushings in here there's an O-ring. I don't know if you can see in there, but There's one in there. Not doing a lot. It's doing a little bit of something though. So it drops down, it doesn't really slow down when it hits that O-ring, so the O-ring's not doing much. The heavy grease is what the drag is I'm feeling, not anything else. So that O-ring in there is pretty well worn out that's in there. So we gotta get in there and get that out with a little pick to get that out. A little harder. Let's see here. So I'm going to use my little angle scribe. Somewhere I got some seal picks, but I don't know where I'd leave them at. I know where these are at. So just got to get in there, try to get underneath it, and then pull it out. I'm not even feeling an O-ring in there. Oh, it's in there. It's just not doing much. There it is. Go in there, pick it out. It doesn't even look like the right O-ring to me. It's way too thin. That looks like a rocker box O-ring. That is not the O-ring that's supposed to be in there. That's a pushrod cover O-ring. It's way too small to do much of anything. See, it doesn't really do much. Just kind of slips around, doesn't do a damn thing. Not the right one. Should be a thick one. Let's see if we got something in my container over here. Hopefully I got one to use. We need one. These are rectangular ones, which are a pain in the butt to use. That is counter shaft O-ring. Not looking good. More of those. That's 5-speed color plug. That ain't it. I could probably use a pushrod O-ring. I think about that. The thick upper one for an Evo. I bet you that would work. Yeah. So these are the factory O-rings. These are rectangular section, hard to get in there. Like to shear as they go in. Come on, give me one of them. So the round ones work a lot better. These are hard to get. Like so this rolls up and tries to twist on you like that and cuts off. Round O-rings are a lot better. So the upper pushrod O-ring for an Evo and a shovelhead, 80 through 99. Actually, I think they're the same on twin cam too. And Sportster, Evo Sporty. I think that would work in there pretty good also. Okay, well anyway, this one goes in here like this. So I'm going to try to use this. The problem is this likes to shear off. So as you shove this in there, these sharp edges are you shear it off, so it puts big gouges in the O-ring as you try to go down with it. But if it goes in there, it's pretty good. See, it's got a lot of drag right now, and it's not even in our cover yet. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put that in there, see how it works. See if we can make that fly. Try to get that thing to go in the groove in there. Without poking my finger. Okay. Go from this direction also. It's halfway in there right now. Working it a little at a time. There we go. A hole in there now. Yep, she's in there. It's not floating around like that last one was. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to put this on here. See if it'll go. That went in there pretty easy. You got a little drag on it. Yeah, that one obviously wasn't really thick cross section because it went on it pretty easy. It definitely stops when you get to it, so it is doing something. Alright, that one pretty easy. I'm not using that one. Last time I tried to use one of those, it sheared off all 4 corners. 5 thou more smaller hole would be enough to cause a problem probably. Alright, so that worked pretty good. Okay, now we got to deal with this mechanism here. There's an E-clip down in here. Got to deal with this E-clip. So that is our problem. Look how loose that is. Pretty loose. That's because it's broken. That's really loose. Okay, let me go find some more tools. We'll be right back.